When cop Martin Folzik pulled a teenager over for speeding, he acted in a way he felt was appropriate. However, when the footage from his dash cam got back to the police chief, the boss decided to reach out to the young man in question. Menominee Police Department is based in the city of Menominee in Wisconsin and employs 27 full-time officers who deal with roughly 16,000 incidents every 12 months. Its stated mission is to collaborate with the community to provide a safe and peaceful environment while protecting the liberties of all persons. Martin Folzik is a police officer with the department. During one of his patrols in November 2016, the cop was driving down Menominee's 8th Street when something caught his eye. It was a car, and it appeared to be speeding. As a result, Folzik followed the BMW into a parking lot where he pulled the driver over. The person behind the wheel was Trevor Keeney, a student at the University of Wisconsin Stout. And when he stepped out of his car, it was clear to see that the young man was flustered. Footage from Folzik's dash cam captured what happened next. In the video, the cop approaches Keeney, who's dressed smartly in a suit with an open-collared shirt. Once he reaches the student, Folzik reveals he stopped him due to speeding. However, after trying and failing to tie the knot, Keeney had stuffed it into his college backpack and sped off to find someone who might have been able to help him. "I have to get a tie tied," he tells the officer in the dashcam footage. Continuing to quiz the student about his driving, Folzik asks Keeney why he'd made a circuit down a certain street. The young man explains that he planned to stop by a friend's house to ask him to fasten his tie. However, to Keeney's horror, when he approached his friend's house, he realized they weren't home. "That's one of my good friend's house. He knows how to tie ties and I honestly don't know how," the student explains. With that, Folzik asks Keeney where his tie is. The student promptly removes his backpack from his shoulder and produces the purple patterned neckwear. Upon seeing the accessory, the cop then does something rather unexpected. Folzik places the item around his own neck. "While I do this, why don't you grab your proof of insurance and your driver's license quick?" he tells Keeney as he starts to tie the knot for the tardy student. Keeney returns to his car to collect his documents before bringing them to Folzik, who by this point has secured the tie. "There, you should be able to adjust it," he tells the student before returning the knotted neckwear to its rightful owner. After that, the cop checks over the details of Keeney's license and insurance as the student places the tie around his neck. Watching the young man fasten the item, Folzik says, "Probably not the best knot, but it'll work." However, Keeney is clearly grateful for every little bit of help the cop has given him, even if it wasn't in the best of circumstances. "Yeah, it'll work," he says. "A lot better than what I was going to do, that's for sure. Thank you so much." After handing Keeney's papers back, Folzik notices that he needed some further assistance with his tie. So he takes it back once more and reties it. This time he makes the thick end slightly longer so it will sit better under Keeney's jacket. Watching the student adjusting the tie, Folzik gives him a reassuring, "Looks good." He then heads back to his car, telling Keeney, "All right, man, slow it down." With that, the student simply replies, "Will do, thank you." After this meeting with Folzik, Keeney went on to achieve 92% in his presentation. And when Menominee's police chief heard about his encounter with the cop, he invited the student to the station for a lesson on tying neckties. "I went back and met with him for about 30 minutes and he taught me. It was cool," Keeney told ABC News. And Keeney wasn't the only person impressed by Folzik's kindness. When Menominee PD shared the cop's dashcam footage online, it quickly went viral. The post attracted more than 300,000 views in a single day and won Folzik many admirers. In the post comment section, one Facebook user wrote, "This is so cool. This officer helped this driver with his tie not once, but twice to make sure it was tied correctly. The police officer could have given him a ticket, but he gave him a warning and helped him with his tie." A second viewer, meanwhile, said other cops would do well to follow Folzik's example. "This officer is such a fresh reminder of what a police officer should be. He truly helped this young man. He should be commended for his understanding and compassion," they wrote. "Encourage all your officers to be the same as this shining star."